So this is how you develop your survival guide. So okay, so they're not great circles today, but you know. All right, so I want you to know that see these decisions, you've got a bunch of them that are really important, that have impacted how you communicate, that drive your communication when you don't even know that it's driving you. Yeah. So I'm going to give you some examples because it'll go way back. Now, as you know, well, you may know, you may not know, but as a coach, my work, the transformational work I do, we visit the past to propel us forward. So we don't stay stuck in the past, but we allow it to inform us so we can pick up where the patterns are getting in our way. And Siobhan talks about patterns as well in her book about, you know, not only the patterns within us, but the patterns within a team, environment, a group, or a culture. Yeah. So I'm going to give you some examples. All right. Thank you, Sally. So, for example, when I was about 11, I presented my first public speaking on fish, on my fish project. And I had memorized and studied and worked hard. Every single word I was memorizing to make sure that it was perfect and I remembered everything. I was so scared I was going to forget. Guess what happened? Got up to present to class, blank. Moment of blank. Has anyone had those moments of just complete blank before you go into something that's really important to you and you want to communicate well? Well, I didn't find my center again, so I ran out of the room crying. So that was one experience, right? So I call that the fish experience, right? And so if I'm talking about that experience, I'm like, okay, so what was the disempowered state that caused from that experience, right? And from there, I decided that I needed to control the environment even more that I was going to communicate in. So if I knew everyone that was in the room, or if I knew how long it was going to be and what I had to say, I thought that was going to help me not have that experience again. So I went more into control, as opposed to something else, which I'll share with you in a minute, which could have been what I did, right? So I want you to find out your own. So we've only got, you know, a short period of time today. So I'm sharing with you so that you can tap into your own experiences. So that was my first experience. What was one you can remember? Okay. Have a think about yours. All right. So the next one, I can't remember writing the next one. Let's say my older brother, right? Confident, popular, gift of the gab, right? So I compare myself to him and I decide I'm not like that. So I have these experiences and then I make a decision, right? And so then I decide that I'm shy. So I'm a shy speaker. I shouldn't speak up because I can't speak like he does. Yes, so I hold myself back and I be shy. So that's a decision that I make about how I need to communicate going forward. And it's true, in those moments, it's true for us. We don't realize that that's what we're creating. It occurs for us as the truth. You with me? So then let's say my younger brother, so that's another experience, right? He's the funny one, right? And I decide I'm the awkward one. So then I don't own my goofiness or my playfulness or my energy. I start to shut myself down because I feel awkward. Yes. So these start to be the communication survival guide that I start to develop based on my experiences that go, okay, well, I need to be in control. I'm a shy person, so I better be more reserved. I'm awkward, so I really shouldn't probably let my energy flow, or I should just kind of like do it all right. And what happened was when I was a leader in one of a community organisation back in the day, is that I would control everything so much and make it very deliberate. And I was, you know, very kind of restricted in my communication. Even though I was the leader and I was getting up and speaking all the time, I would speak like this, not like this, right? So you've got this survival guide that you've put together through your experiences, yeah, that have you then communicate now in a way that you don't realize is driving your communication. You with me? So I want to give you a couple of minutes to identify even just 1 or 2 or 3, because you'll do this in your own time. What are the pieces of your survival guide that you've started to that you put together, that forming how you communicate? Yeah. So I want you to take a moment now and reflect. Thank you, Georgie. To reflect on what are some of your experiences that had you create a survival guide. Here's an example. I got up at, I used to learn how to play the guitar. I'm not a guitarist. And I tried it for a little while. And I was chosen to, and I'm not a singer. I was chosen, but I can sing, but I'm not a singer. I was chosen to stand up with, I was about 15, and I was an awkward teenager, right? With a boy, and we sang "You're the One That I Want." No, I wasn't wearing the leathers. I was wearing some awkward outfit, awkwardly playing the guitar and trying to sing. And I decided then that I wasn't creative, right? So can you see how I'm starting to put together the survival guide of my communication style? Okay, over to you. Time for you to put together some of the pieces of your survival guide. What are the moments that happen for you that you can start to see now impacted how you communicate?